Well, I've got everything packed, everything down off the walls. That couch, that's gonna be a booger to get out. And the bed'll be alright, but I'm just taking that chest of drawer, that shelf, and that shelf. Had all my train stuff. It's that flimsy Walmart put together stuff. I'll replace it with better made stuff once I get moved in and save up. Oh, and my cedar chest, that's going. I'll probably put that out on the back deck. But I'm fixing to go out to the railroad yard right now. Stay tuned. The next clip will be down at the railroad yard. But for now, yeah, I've got everything pretty much packed and ready to go out the door Tuesday. Alright, we made it down to the train yard. Doesn't look like much stuff here today. Just a few gondolas. I'll see if I can't crawl up in here and see what's inside. Well, it's pretty clean actually. You know, when you're in there riding and that wind's blustering down in there, that can really get in your eyes. Good to wear goggles and a handkerchief. But did pretty good climbing up with one arm. Mostly just scrap metals, recyclables and stuff. Especially these deep ones. This one's a little bit higher, deeper than normal. And these, any cars that are excess height like this, we call them ugly ducklings. They call them that because they just kind of stand out. But normally they have pegs. Yeah, there's some in the other end. See them 3 slats? That's to help you walk up out of there if you ever get down in there. Here's right there. You just step in there and crawl out. Here's that second one, that deep ugly duckling. Let's see, I might have to really climb on this one. Yeah. Well, I don't see no ladder. No, there ain't no steps going down into this one. If you get caught down in here, you're just gonna have to make sure you can yell loud. Like this. Ah. Yeah, that's this one here. Got little shelved, almost like. But we'll go down here, see what they got down there. Yeah, this is Johnson City yard. If you look on Google Maps, just look right for those 3 tanks. I didn't know they had a LPG place over here. Yeah, when workers get ready to tie in a car to one of the ones right here, they'll just reach down and pull that coupler out a little bit, so that makes sure the other one identical on this side from the other car latches in there. That coupler will just push that back and it automatically swings over and latches across the other one going down in there. Now that's the date, the build date. Every car's got one of these, and if it's been rebuilt, it'll have it listed, the rebuilt date or manufacturer date. So this is March of what is that? 8 or 6, probably 8. Looks older than that. No, NBC? Nah, proud as a peacock. All right, the gondolas that we were just at are down there. Those are empties waiting to be pulled into the recycling place. Now these here, these are all loaded. So we'll go up and look at what kind of scrap recycles they got in there. I'll just climb up this grinder right here and look over. All right, bunch of shavings, metal shavings. So they're doing some kind of fabrication off of larger blocks of steel. Boy, I hate to lay on that or hide under it. Yeah, apparently one of the workers out here was having his lunch and just set his stuff right there. But again, as you can see, when they're unloaded, you can stick your pinky all the way in. That's how you can tell if you're just got out here and wondering. But yeah, this plate here goes all the way across to the other side where the other ride control is, and there's a pin in the middle about maybe that big around that holds this entire ride control on. That's all it's got. And then there's one on the other end. That's all that holds the wheels on the train. You know, if you were ever to have to wait on a train here in Johnson City, this would be a perfect, ideal place. Up against some stack of railroad ties over there, pitch you a little camp. Because at night, no one would see down in here if you had a fire going. Man, look how green everything got. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Nope, hard to see the contrast. I'll go up under the trees over here, wearing one of my favorite shirts. I thought I'd lost it, but it was in the bottom of my pack. Eric got me. Yeah, I may never be able to use that Molly 2 backpack, that big gray digital camo one that I had a couple of years ago. My strength and stamina have just gone down so much since I got hit by a car last December. But this is like a little maintenance yard. If they need anything locally repaired, they'll come out here, and if it's a cracked rail or whatever, they'll get pieces or a frog crossover. Let's see if I can center this just right. I'm not gonna know until afterwards, but yeah, that's one of my older shirts. Yeah, I got a hold of my new landlord, and he said this Tuesday I could start moving everything over. I think I might can get everything in one of those small U-Hauls. I mean, as far as space-wise, to give you an idea of how much I have. And do it all in one trip, I'm pretty sure. I only got like a dozen boxes. That bed, the couch, the little TV table on that cedar chest, and a couple of bookshelves and a dresser, and that's it. And I thought about checking out that Amish furniture making place about an hour from here. I'm sure I can get a ride. Carla might want to go up there, or Brandon might, just to kind of get an idea of how much that stuff is. But I really do like the new place. There's a lot more room with being there. That'll just encourage me to want to stay, especially being right on that Lake Boone. It's fed by Watauga River, and right there at Boone Dam that holds the water in for the lake, the Holston River flows in right there too. So it's the Holston River and the Watauga River that feed Boone Lake. It's kind of a nervous situation going on in my head, just because I'm making such a bold, big leap. I'm so used to just anything working, but now for the first time in my life, well, since I've been out here on the rails, I'm no longer on disability, Social Security. I'm no longer on any kind of like welfare or food stamps or anything like that. I never really did get food stamps too much traveling. I always managed to make just enough to eat on. Even before my videos started doing good, about 5 months ago is when they started doing well. I finally make enough to where I don't have to depend on scrounging and dumpster diving and doing cans and doing odd jobs. I can do what I love finally. So next year, this time, no telling how much better I can make my videos. So if y'all just put in the comments recommendations that I could do and look into, I'll sure give them a whirl and see how stuff like that, new stuff, works out. But for the first time in my life, I feel free. I feel not ashamed. I feel good about myself on the inside. I just wish it would have happened earlier in life. But I have grown to really like a lot of people that watch my videos. It's just almost nearly impossible to answer all the questions and comments. I wish I could, but I probably get 7,000 or 8,000 questions and comments and replies a day now. But sometimes I'll sit there for 2-3 hours and just go down the list and answer comments. Yeah, I'm going to show a little tip here. I've showed it before in a couple of other videos, but let's say you're at camp and you fall asleep and you're waiting on a train and you wake up or come back from the store and a train's sitting there and you can't see the head end or the tail end. You don't know what direction that train's coming in from. You come over to one of the axles, you look on the surface, you find you a little imperfection, like that little dot there, or the little dot there, and you see which way the traces are coming off of them. Let me see if I can get up here to this one. I'll find one. Let's see, my eyes are, well, you'll see a little trail. It looks like a comet in the tail. Well, that shows the train's been going this way because the little tail is going the other way. It's where the brakes rub over that imperfection and leave a little smear off. But it don't happen much where I come back to camp or wake up and a train's there. But it does happen more often now. Yeah, I'm wearing tennis shoes, which I've probably worn tennis shoes 30 times in my life. Yeah, friend Bill gave me these. They're actually pretty comfortable. It's kind of hard out here. If you're gonna do any train riding or walking out on the tracks, you definitely gotta have some Red Wings or some good quality boot to take all those railroad rocks. This is where I was in about 5 months ago in one of my videos, but it varies. There's only like one train every 5 or 6 days that stops here in Johnson City. It'll drop off empty gondolas to be filled and set out to be picked up. But the recycling place is right down there. You can see part of the building there. They just drag a couple of cars in at a time, and when they fill them up, they'll back them back out on this line here, like these. These are ready to be picked up. They'll go to Bristol and then yarded there, and then another train will come into Bristol and take them further on from there. Not sure who melts this scrap down, but I almost guarantee you it's up in New Jersey or Pennsylvania, up there around that steel place, Harrisburg, Pittsburgh, all that heavy industrial area up there for the steel. I just can't believe how green it's gotten. Alright, here's a better imperfection with the streamer off of it. Let me try to get in the right position. See how the streaks lead down on that side, but not on the top side? Well, that shows the wheels rolling that way, and it's when it hits that brake shoe, it streaks. The streaks go back. Let's see if I can get a little closer. See how the streaks go downward from that imperfection? That's how you know which direction your trains are heading. Yeah, I thought I'd throw that in there anyway. Looks like a robot tumbleweed. Yeah, a big blob of that fell off one of them gondolas. My God, it's heavy. You can see all the dunnage wrapped up in there with it. All that plastic. Golly, that thing must weigh 30 pounds at least. So there's your main line. And see those gondolas waiting to be picked up right there? We were just at the main lines right there next to it to the right. So when he comes in to pick it up, he'll just set his train right here up to the point where he breaks it apart, and he'll shove back down and grab them, then go back up, then back into them, couple back up, and be gone. It actually may be getting close to time. Yeah, I hear him on the weekend a lot. So apparently he hadn't come yet. I bet he comes tonight, Saturday night. Oh, talk about anxiety. Whew. I thought I was going to get to move in right away, but landlord's doing some maintenance things to the new apartment. So that's all right. I'm going to get some big, like 6 or 7 foot plants for the outside deck, and just slowly start collecting some stuff that has worth to it. That Walmart put together stuff just, it'd be something I can be proud of. And then probably, let's see, if I move in Tuesday, probably Thursday or Friday I can take a train trip. Not sure where I want to go yet, but I'm overdue right now. Yeah, those are them gondolas we were just at. There's the Ugly Duckling right in the middle. Excess height boxcars too. You don't see them too often around here, but they haul a lot of automotive parts, like coming out of Mexico, going to Toledo and Detroit and all that area. You see a lot of them. I think I got a couple of them on that Battle Creek video of mine from last summer. It's got some Ugly Ducklings in it. And there's that LPG place again. I'll have to look on the map, Google Maps, and find out the name of that place there. And then up here past the road crossing is where me and Dutch and Gypsy Moon had that cookout in remembrance of Colby, about a month after Colby died. And here we are. This is where me, Gypsy Moon, and Dutch had our cookout about late August. We had our remembrance. That's done with one of them oil markers. Now with my new apartment, I'm not going to be giving out my physical address. I'm going to get a P.O. box, a really large P.O. box. That way, in case I'm gone and somebody sends something. But I'll post that address, that P.O. box. Carla was talking to me a few days ago about maybe asking someone, maybe if they could come up with an idea for something for Colby. The spot where Colby got hit by that truck that day he died, Carla's looking for something real sturdy she can set there at that place, like a marker. Maybe something with a little light on it, or something that'll stay. It's not going to get run over or anything. And I'm wondering if anybody has any ideas, let me know. I'll post my email address in the description of this video. That way it'd be easier, because I just can't go through all those comments. I would get lost and never find anything. But I'll post my email address. Just hit the description button under the video. I'll put it in there. And if you have some idea, something not too big, like maybe no more than 18 inches tall, something that Carla can set out on the side of the highway at the spot where Colby got killed, something railroad related, and maybe with his name on it, Wandering Wolf or Colby. But it's Wandering, like W-A-N-D-E. Anyway, I thought I'd throw that out there. Maybe if somebody had some ideas or knew somebody that might want to make something like that for his marker, remembrance marker for Carla. But I think I'm gonna head back towards the house. There's a little creek not far from here under the tracks. And there's that little creek. I've always loved railroad trestles. Something about them. If you Google Huey P. Long Bridge, New Orleans, that's my favorite railroad bridge in the world. Been over it so many times. Actually, they got a video of a train being blown off that by a severe thunderstorm. It's almost dark in the video, but the whole train tumbles off the side of that Huey P. Long Bridge. They named it after the governor of Huey Long of Louisiana. At first it was just a train bridge, but they talked them into building a vehicle bridge, putting out some arms on both sides of the tracks and supporting a roadbed over it. It's got some pretty neat history, that Huey P. Long Bridge. Anyway, I'm going to start heading back.